So 25 years ago, year 2000, I was in my 11th year of practice at OrthoCarolina and, you know, busy and helping take care of the Carolina Panthers at that time. All I can remember sort of the music scene was the hip hop. And so it was real big hip hop time back then. That we'd get to the operating room and we'd put on music, and that was the kind of music we listened to in the operating room back then. So I guess I'm dating myself. Things have changed, that's for sure.
So I'm Sam Ford. I'm an orthopedic foot and ankle surgeon at OrthoCarolina in downtown Charlotte. I'm in my 6th year of practice.
And I'm Bob Anderson. I'm an orthopedic foot and ankle surgeon here in Charlotte as well. I came in 1989, so I'm the old guy when I was the first foot and ankle guy in the Southeast that was orthopedically trained. And we've seen a lot over the years. I guess, Sam, you have too over your shorter career than mine. But we talk about what are the big changes we've seen. And I think for me, probably the most innovative foot and ankle opportunity we've had has been ankle replacement. OrthoCarolina was one of the first to get an ankle replacements, I believe, in 1997. So we talk about all the changes we've had in the last 25 years. And, you know, as you know, that's one of the ones we've seen just explode, where we were just experimenting with total ankle back in the late 90s and early 2000s. Now it's become one of the more commonly performed procedures for people with ankle arthritis. And as you can tell us, you know, we've had a lot of actual total ankle designs created with the physicians at OrthoCarolina.
Yeah, the old gold standard was ankle fusion, and ankle fusions did okay for the first few years, but tended not to do all that well. They're stiff, and we have been lucky. I mean, you and Hodges paved the way for us. The ankle replacement technologies we've been able to, over the last 20, 25 years, because of y'all, we've been able to figure out how to do it better over time, right? We've got better metal, better plastic. We can put it in better. We don't have the same early failures we used to have. It's a more predictable surgery. I mean, it's closer to a knee replacement, really, than it was 20 years ago. And it's been fantastic for us to have that option to give our patients.
Yeah, the success rate definitely has changed. We used to say, well, of all your patients with ankle arthritis, maybe 10% would get a replacement, 90% would get arthrodesis. Now, I think it's exactly flipped. I think it's 90% of patients prefer to have an ankle replacement done than to have a stiff ankle joint the rest of their life. And as you say, it's not only good for comfort, but it's better for function. And I think what we've seen too over the years is they just hold up better. When we first started doing them, we were worried about, well, what if it doesn't work? What are we going to have to do? We're going to have to resort to something as significant as an amputation. But now, thanks to the new technology, we have the opportunity to even do revision ankle replacements if, unfortunately, one of the first ankle replacement procedures doesn't go as well as we'd like.
We now know that 93% of people who get a specific ankle replacement at 10 years will still have the same metal pieces in. I think that's if we didn't do the research, we wouldn't have that number to be able to quote people.
Totally agree. And I think OrthoCarolina is very fortunate to have a research arm.
Yeah.
Like OCRI, in the sense that, you know, it's an unbiased vehicle that you can utilize to make sure that what you're doing is in the best interest of your patient. Obviously, the patients benefit from research. If we didn't have that research and information we get from it, we'd be doing the same procedures over and over and over again, and surgery would be sort of stuck.
The number of things that you've changed probably over the last decade because of research, I mean, they're innumerable, right?
Absolutely.
I've changed my approach to ankle instability, ankle fractures, ankle arthritis, bunions, all because of research.
Exactly.
Right? And I'm in my 6th year of practice. So,
and it will be interesting to see over the next 25 years, will we find an answer for arthritis? As I tell my patients now, nobody has a cure for arthritis. You know, I'm sorry, you have it. We can, dampen your symptoms of medication, or we can, clean out joints perhaps, or remove spurs to buy some time, or eventually replace your ankle joint. It'll be interesting to see, will we ever find a good replacement part for a big toe that oftentimes has arthritis, which we call hallux rigidus, or will we eventually see a biologic that can actually stop arthritis from developing?
I think you're dead on. If it's real arthritis, we don't have a way to reverse bioengineer that. We've not figured that out, and we have patients come to us asking, "Hey, should I get stem cell injections or something like that?" I think for mild arthritis, there's some evidence that either fat derived or bone marrow derived stem cells may have some utility, at least in, say, the knee, but it's harder for us in the foot and the ankle. So I hope we do figure that out.
And Ren, as you look forward and all the things we have in front of us, innovative technology and such, it's going to cost money to do that, to look and to see not only how can we improve outcomes, but what's safe. And again, we want to keep our patients safe as we find better outcomes. But again, that's going to take research. Research costs money, and that's why we need support from everyone.
Mm-hmm. You hit the nail on the head. We don't. It's harder to get grant funding. It's harder to get research support, and so we do rely on our patients. But oftentimes, with supporting the OrthoCarolina Research Institute, you're supporting the future generations, right? You're supporting your kids and their kids, and hoping that their musculoskeletal care will be more advanced, and that we'll be able to better provide them with improved function and the ability to enjoy and live life.
Well, Sam, this was great. It was fun spending some time and talking to you and catching up. And, I'm slowly getting on my career, and you're developing a great one. And I look forward to seeing where you take this over future years.